Hello YouTubers, what we're going to talk about today is the CB09 Blade holder. I'm going to do a second video that's going to show how to actually set these up, but I wanted to explain what they were first. The CB09 Blade, you have blades and you have a holder. The blades are originally meant for the big graph techs. They're the big fancy cutters. And a holder converter thingy was made for the Silhouette Cameo. So you need to make sure that you have one for the Cameo, and this is it. And you get different kinds of blades, 45, 30, and 60. And I'll explain what these are. And you can use these to cut out really difficult to cut out material. Some stuff with a regular ratchet blade is just a nightmare to cut on the Cameo. And it takes a lot of patience and a lot of test cutting, and it may or may not work. So, and this is originally what I even got a CB09 Blade for. This is glitter HTV. This was a gift bag from Christmas I have yet to give out. So, and see all these really fine little lines, and see like this little A, all of that. You probably, given some time and some patience and a brand new blade, might get this all to cut with a ratchet blade correctly on a Cameo. It's going to be tough, and if I had to do it with a regular ratchet blade, I would put an offset around all of this and make it fatter to cut. But with the CB09 Blade, cut great, we did great. The drawback to the CB09 Blade is it's a bit of a pain in the butt to set up, I'll be honest. And honestly, you need one of these blade holders for any difficult thing you want to cut. So if it's glitter HTV, it needs its own blade holder and blade and setup, and that's it. The flock material, if you wanted to cut like little stuff out of sticky vinyl, all of that, you're going to need its own independent blade holder for it. And then what I did on my glitter one is I wrote glitter HTV on it. It goes back in that tube, and that is all that it's used for. There's no marking system on it, so you can't, like, it's not like the ratchet blade where you can go, oh, I'm at a 2 and then I'm at a 4. So that's what I've done. They have, I've seen them where they have a thing you can cut out and put on it and mark it all. But realistically for me, each one needs its own blade holder. Its own blade holder and blade setup just for the material you want to cut. And if you don't cut enough of this stuff, if you don't cut a lot of glitter HTV, if you don't cut a lot of flock, if you don't cut a lot of anything that's really difficult to cut well on a Cameo, you may not need one of these. But I have more glitter vinyl than some stores, I think. And so for me, it was worth it. It's not worth it for everybody, so keep that in mind. Now it comes, so the first set I bought had them marked with little stickers. This set did not. I ordered them from the same place. So, the yellow ones are the 30. Okay, and so what this means is it's the angle of the blade. And so what you get is you get this little thing. All right. And so you get this, and then you get some springs that are ridiculously little. And what the 30 degrees means is, see if you can see that. It's the angle of this blade makes. 30 degrees is a more, it's a shallower angle. And so what this means is more of the blade is going to come in contact with your material. So this is going to be for anything that's going to be really difficult to cut. So twill, really heavy fabric, things like that, because the most amount of this blade will come in contact with your material you're cutting. Now, 45 is going to kind of be your standard blade for everything. It's a 45-degree angle, and it's kind of your standard blade for glitter vinyl, regular vinyl. I wouldn't actually set one of these up for like regular smooth HTV. You can normally get that to cut pretty well with a regular ratchet blade. Let's see, just regular material that you want to cut. Some paper. And then the 60-degree blade is going to be for really delicate, detailed cuts. You could also use this for sticky flock, magic flock, for the rhinestone template material, because you're making all those little holes, And in all honesty, the holes that are made for the flock material, they're tough on the blade because it's so much of it, and you're just gonna, if you cut enough of it, it's gonna be really hard on a silhouette Cameo blade. So if you cut nothing but rhinestone templates, you might want to look into one of these. If you cut like 100 rhinestone thing every once in a while, it may not be worth it for you. So it just depends on what you use your Cameo for the most often. As like I said, they're a bit annoying to set up, and they take some time and some test cutting to get set up. So it's just one of those things of if this is worth it for you and what you do. But that's pretty cool. And to be able to put it in there and to have it cut this glitter without a problem, I mean, it's worth it for me. I want to say they're about 20 bucks for one of the kits up on Amazon. So the next video I'll be back and I will show you how to set one up and how to test cut it and how to actually use it.